Book as well, you speak about your experiences with Triple H, someone who was once hated by hardcore fans, but is now heralded as a genius by the same people who burned him down years ago. What are your thoughts on Triple H and his perception now with NXT?
I mean, he takes care of his NXT guys. Takes care of his NXT.
That's all your. What are your thoughts on Triple H as a backstage employee, as a backstage boss, and how he treats people, stuff like that? Just expand on your thoughts on Triple H.
I think there are a lot of guys who are not NXT guys who aren't treated very well and who haven't been able to reach the heights that they can. I mean, they have so much potential, and there's always, it seems to be, someone or something working against them. And his guys tend to usually look good, and the guys that he's not into tend to not look so good. I know in my dealings with him, I've tried to, like, when I talk about the live event producer position, and, here's somebody who's at every single show and watching every live event, every TV, every pay-per-view from ringside, from beginning to end, the same way the fans see it. And I know what's broke and how to fix it, and wanting to help and just wanting to help this company. And, someone like Triple H is blowing me off and saying, you don't have enough experience, and then bringing in guys who knew nothing about wrestling. They didn't come from the wrestling world, and didn't know how to put together a wrestling show and the psychology that goes into it, because it's psychology. It's a psychological roller coaster that you take the fans on, and in that journey that they're at a show. And, for him to tell me I didn't have enough experience and then bringing guys who didn't have any experience, it's just little things like that. He was the top heel. I talk about when we were in Australia, and he was like the top heel, as the top authority figure. But the show would start with him welcoming the crowd as a baby face and doing the "Are you ready?" And, like, people were booing when he came on because he's this heel that they see on TV, but at the same time he wants to be this baby face that's accepted by everybody, and, the first thing you see on the show, and it just, things didn't make sense, and that should paint a picture, I think.